Hello Stampers and happy Make It Monday. Welcome to another episode with me, your host, Laura Buechler from Inkyfingers Papercrafting. I am excited to be here with you today doing a thing that I know how to do pretty well, which is crafting and trying to ignore the things that I don't do well, which are technology. And I'm gonna find out if I can manage to see your comments while I'm doing this live with one camera only again today. But more importantly, we're here for creativity. That's what I'm here for. I hope that's what you're here for too, because creativity is fun, creativity is good for us, and creativity is for everyone. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna flip my camera down to look at my desk. There it is, and we have several lovely cards here on the desk for you to see. There we go. So let's see here. This is the card that we're going to make today. This is the card that we made last week that we're going to give away at the end of this video. So don't forget to watch until the end. And of course, this is a card that we also made a few weeks ago. And it is made with the same bundle that we're using today. So that's why I've got it nearby to remind you of all the awesome things that this bundle can do. So let's go here. Let's get my friend Stevie, and he's going to take away this card, and he's going to come back at the end of the show and tell us who won that card. Thank you, Stevie. We will see you later. So today we are using the fabulous Hearts and Hugs bundle, and this is one of the many bundles that is discounted an extra 10% until the end of the month only. And by the way, friends, the end of the month is in less than a week. Like Sunday is the last day of June. So if you want to get this bundle or any other stamp and die bundle for an additional 10% off, make sure you place your order before this Sunday, okay? I have been grabbing a couple of bundles that are on my wish list, and pretty excited to be getting an extra discount on those. And by the way, I need to mention also that the machines are on sale too. So the beautiful mini machine that you see me use quite often. And today I'm going to be using the full-size machine. We'll have to be doing a zoom out when we do that. These machines are both on sale this month for 10% off. I have not seen Stampin' Up discount those machines before, so that's a pretty cool deal. All right, so yeah, let's get started. We're making a beautiful card with the Hearts and Hugs bundle. And I know when I made this lovely flower card a few weeks ago, I had invited everybody to vote on whether I should make a card with the mouse or the walruses or the badgers or the gerbil. And I waited a few weeks to see what everyone was going to vote for. And you know what you all did? You all voted for different animals. So there was no clear winner. So actually there was a vote. There was votes for the mouse, there was votes for the walrus, there was votes for the hamster, and they were all tied. So I chose the badgers. Also because I hadn't used the badgers before or seen them used much. So that's one of the things that inspired me. All right, I'm gonna need a piece of grid paper here. And my Flirty Flamingo ink pad. And I'm gonna start by just stamping some hearts. What could be better? Hearts and hugs. There's a very cute little heart stamp in here. And I'm just gonna stamp some random hearts. And you'll notice that sometimes I'm stamping full strength and sometimes I'm stamping second generation, and sometimes I'm turning the stamp around and just trying to make it look really random, okay? And then I also wanted to add a couple of these same heart stamps over on the actual card base. This is thick, basic white card base. And I just wanted to add a couple of hearts there. So I would love to know from people who are watching either live or on the replay, have you been doing any crafting lately? Did you get crafty on the weekend? I know for people who work, well, this is my wrong adhesive. For people who work as I do during the week, sometimes the weekend is the best time to get creative. I've been making myself a stack of cards and having lots of fun using up all my retired designer series paper. Okay, so this is going to go on here like so, but before we do that, I have a couple of more things I want to add to it. But just so you know, this is where we're heading. Okay, so I have got 2 little strips of, this is gray granite and this is flirty flamingo. And I'm going to do some die cutting. I'm going to try with my mini machine. My mini machine has been a little bit finicky lately, but we'll give it a go and see if it works. So I just want to do this cute little banner that comes in the Hearts and Hugs die set. And remember, we used it last time for making this banner that says sending birthday hugs. So I'm going to cut a little banner from each of these. There's our flirty flamingo version. And now we'll get the gray granite version. I figured gray and pink was a pretty good color scheme for a badger card. There we go. And the last thing that we need to die cut is our actual badgers. So before we do that, of course, we need to stamp them. I've got a little scrap here of white cardstock. So let's get out our badgers. Cute little badgers. All right, so those of you who are about my age or maybe a little older are going to remember the badger song, right? From the very early days of the internet. Anybody else remember that song? I'm trying very hard not to start singing it, but it's extremely likely that I will be singing it before the end of this video. So anybody who's watching live or on the replay, if you do remember the badger song, do you remember what were the other two forest objects, I guess I'll say, that were mentioned in the song? One of them was an alive creature, and one of them was a form of vegetation. Okay, so those are your hints. And if you are about my age, you're probably singing in your head right now, or maybe even out loud, the early internet song of the badgers. Okay, so I've got my die lined up. I'm going to use some washi tape to hold that in place. I was lucky enough to attend a Demonstrator exclusive virtual stamping event on the weekend called Creativity Now, which I will share more about in the upcoming days. But while we were crafting along at that event, I stamped an image, and then I spent a lot of time, I did a lot of work coloring it. And I like coloring. It's not my absolute favorite, but I do like it. And then when I put it through the die cutting machine, I did not do a good job with my washi tape, and the die moved and the image didn't get cut out cleanly. And then this lovely coloring that I'd done was ruined. I was so sad. So with that very fresh in my mind, I am certainly prone to be using my washi tape to hold my dies in place. Okay, so that is looking fabulous. I'm gonna do some coloring now. I'm gonna get my grid paper in here because when I color with blends, it can go right through the cardstock and onto the desk. So you always want to have something else underneath. So I have got 3 different blends. I've got dark smoky slate, dark gray granite, and light flirty flamingo. That's the one I'm going to start with because it's very easy. It's just little ears and little noses for the light flirty flamingo. That's it. Now, when you're playing with your blends, sometimes you want to do a little bit of coloring on grid paper or some spare cardstock and just practice which color you want to put where, see how they blend together, etc. So I want to start with the lighter one, which is this gray granite, and I'm going to try, well, of course I'm going to try, to fill in the whole badger, except for this stripe here on the face. So last week I got to have the first of my my summer special technique classes, which was trimmer tips and tricks. It's a free class. I think I've taught it. This is maybe my 3rd time teaching it, maybe my 4th time. I always enjoy it. It's always different because when people come with their trimmers, and they might be Stampin' Up trimmers, they might be from a different brand. They might be the Stampin' Up trimmers from a few years ago that are no longer sold by Stampin' Up. I encourage people to bring whatever trimmer it is that they like to use, and we'll work through troubleshooting it together. So depending on who comes and what they bring, the class is always different. Oh my gosh. Those badgers are so cute. So we did have quite a fun time troubleshooting trimmers, practicing cutting different sizes, getting used to how the trimmer works. And the next class that I have is the basic card design and layout templates class. That's coming up on July 4th. I'm very excited for that one. I haven't actually taught it before, but it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If you are interested in that class or any of my other in-person events, you can go to inkyfingers.ca/class and check out all the details. So here I am just coloring in my badgers, and I'm definitely not I'm not an expert colorer by any means, but I like to just give it a little bit of detail. So those are looking pretty cute. And so far I've been successful at not singing the badger song. All right. Okay, so the final thing I want to do is with these cute little banners that I cut out, I actually want to emboss them with an embossing folder. So this is actually the only reason why I have my full-size mini cut and emboss machine, pardon me, my full-size, not mini, Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine nearby, is because I want to use this enormous So Swirly embossing folder. So if you have not seen or used this embossing folder, or there are a couple other ones that are the same size. These embossing folders are the full size of our standard embossing machine platform. In other words, gigantic. So this is not a 3D folder, which means I'm just going to use the base and then a regular cutting plate on either side of the folder, run it through the machine, put that off to the side, and we have our fun little embossed banners. Cute. Okay. Once again, the endless quest to have enough crafting space when I keep filling it with all this stuff. All right, there we go. Ooh, I forgot something. Not at all surprising. I'm going to use well, you know what I'm going to do actually? We're going to do a little bit of camera magic. So when I was making this sample card the other day and figuring out how I wanted it to look, I wanted, of course, these adorable stamped hearts that we've already got on here, and I wanted some die cut hearts as well. So in the Hearts and Hugs bundle, there is a die with 2 hearts and another die with 2 hearts. And then there's a really cute die. This is going to cut out a whole bunch of hearts, and they're going to be in like an arch over the, well, over whatever you would like it to be. So what I did is I cut out a few hearts with these dies from Flirty Flamingo cardstock, and I just happen to have a few of them left over. So I'm just going to use the ones that I already cut rather than making you watch me cut again. You've already watched me color. You've already watched me emboss. I feel like you've done enough. So I'm going to start assembling this card. The first thing that I want to do, I've already attached these 2 pieces together. Now I want to put on my 2 little banners. And they're going to go close to the bottom here. And I'm just going to use my regular adhesive to attach them. And then I want some of this lovely twine. This is from the Baker's Twine Essentials pack. And I'm going to put some tape to attach the ends. And I want this to actually go kind of in between my banners. I see I didn't do a great job of getting them straight, but that's okay. It is Pride Month after all. It's a little queer joke for you. Okay, so I've wrapped that around a few times. And I'm going to make sure the end is stuck on the adhesive, and then snip. And now I can attach that to my card. And look at how those cute little, oh, now I can add more adhesive and attach it to my card, is what I should have said if I were paying attention. All right. There's my cute little hearts in the corners. It's looking fabulous so far. All right, so I want to attach these beautiful badgers with some dimensionals. See what I was saying before about how the blends can go right through the cardstock? You can actually do some pretty cool techniques with those blends going right through the cardstock. We're not going to do any of them today, though. We're just going to attach these to our card. There we go. Put that there. Oh my gosh, they look so sweet. What do you think you could use this card for? The first thing that comes to my mind is like an anniversary, but it could be for lots of different things, right? There's lots of different reasons to hug your badger. Okay, so I'm gonna do my ridiculous bow tying technique. I do have another video that shows you how to do this, but I'll tell you a secret. You don't have to do it this way. You can just tie a bow any darn way you want to. All right, so we've got our bow, and it's pretty cute, and we've got our 3 little hearts, and they're very cute, and we're gonna get some glue dots, and that's how we're gonna add these things to the card. Okay, so I'm just choosing little spots that just look like they need a heart. I pick up the glue dot with the thing that I want to stick, and then the glue dot is on there, and then I can pop it wherever I want it to go. Oh, that's cute. All right, and same thing for my little bow, except I'm gonna pick it up with my fingers first, and I'm just gonna roll it up a little bit. The silicone mat is perfect for this, and make it kind of smaller and more compact, because I want it to stick right to the knot of this bow, and that knot is smaller than a glue dot. And then I'm gonna stick it right on there, and that is my finished card. What do you think? Pretty cute, right? So that's 2 different adorable things that you can do with the Hearts and Hugs bundle. So even though you all kind of let me down on the voting for which creature we should use, well, let's be honest, I'm not that let down, because I think this card is stinking cute. But anyway, you can let me know in the comments for this video if you think I should make another card with the Hearts and Hugs bundle, or if you're ready to see something different on our next video. I will not be doing a live next Monday because it is Canada Day here in Canada. So we won't be doing a live next Monday, but we'll do one the week after that. That's when our next Make It Monday will be. All right, so we need to give away a card. That's what we do at the end of the video. So let's bring back our favorite fabulous assistant, Stevie, who's going to tell us who won the card from last week. Stevie? Carol! Yay! That's awesome. Congratulations, Carol. I will be sending you this card. And those of you who are watching either live or on replay, if you'd like a chance to win this adorable card, all you need to do is share the video, leave a comment below to let me know that you've shared, and maybe Stevie will be announcing your name next time. Thank you so much for joining me today to make some beautiful creative cards. Remember, creativity is fun, it's good for us, and it's for everyone. So I hope you take some time this week to get creative. And remember that you can purchase all the products that you've seen here on my website, inkyfingers.ca. And you'll also find more project tutorials, my events calendar, the current catalog, and the sign up for my email newsletter. Have a great day, everyone. Don't forget to jump on and get the bundles that you want for an extra 10% off, or your awesome Stampin' Up! Cut and Emboss machines for 10% off only through Sunday, June 30th. I will see you next time on Make It Monday, and until then, happy stampin'! Bye-bye!